What's good? It's another walk and talk with your boy G. This time I ain't walking, I just thought I should sit down and talk to y'all today. So what's on my mind today is like the stress school has on people. First of all, I want to tell you, stop stressing over school. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can achieve like above a 3.0 without stressing. How you can kill it in school, and how you can finish off your career in school or finish off your next semester or quarter or whatever grade you're in without stressing too much. So, first thing, you don't have to get an A or 4.0 to be a good student. I know people say that before, but it's true. Like, there's a good thing in small failures that make you be a better student than all those people that have A's and stuff, right? See, if you get for example, if you take a test, well, no, let's go before that. You're studying, and you're up late at night stressing and you're cramming and stuff, and you do that to get an A. Like, that's not the most optimal way to like learn something. That's really good at cramming, right? It's really good at knowing the stuff for tomorrow to be able to get that A that you want. But how worth it is that for your health, first of all, and for your future of being a good student, right? But like, back to the small failures thing. So for me, I hate studying late at night. I hate stressing too much over a class. What else do I hate? I hate thinking too much or doing way too much late at night or stressing too much about learning a subject or getting a good grade in the class. But for me, I get mostly A's, a couple B's every semester. But the way I do it is, so if it's like a hard class, like people tell you, okay, you must study like a few days before, right? That is very good information. So I take at least like 3 days, right? Study for those 3 days. I might stay up to like 11 or 12 maybe. And then at that point, I should have everything down. And at that 12-hour mark, the night before the test, I'm like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. Let's do it. But I see people, like, they stay up too late to like 1, 2, 3, maybe an all-nighter to try to get an A. Like, you don't have to do that. So say I studied those 3 days and I couldn't understand a topic or whatever, but I understand it to a point where I can get a B, right? So I take the test, say I get that thing wrong. I get the test back. Oh, that's what I got wrong? Boom, I already learned it. And I probably have a deeper understanding because I took so much time to learn it. Maybe missed something small. Just learned it after getting it wrong. And now I have probably a deeper understanding, a deeper learning of the topic or the subject or whatever. Probably better than that person who got an A. Because they probably stayed up too late, stressing too much, just to get an A on the thing because you crammed it in your brain and now, okay, you understand it, but really you don't. You just learned it the night before. You memorized it the night before, and now you're just spilling it on the paper rather than learning it, making it part of yourself. Another thing is you can't learn stressed out. See, after that 12-hour mark, that 12 o'clock mark, or even the 11 o'clock mark, when I'm like, screw this, I'm done. That's when I'm getting too stressed or I'm too tired to learn. The best way to learn is in that parasympathetic state, right? So you're ready to eat and digest the information. But there's two paradigms. You have to be alert and focused at the same time. So kind of in the sympathetic state to be able to learn. Like, people try to learn off too much caffeine. You can have some if you're studying in like the morning and stuff. You can have some, but they try to drink like hella coffee, hella soda. They try to drink that much and eat sugar and try to learn and actually understand things. Like, the point of being a practitioner in what you do is embodying it and understanding it and being able to help people with what you learn. If you're just memorizing it just for that grade, you're not digesting it or assimilating it and be able to help other people with it. You're just, okay, boom, it's like right here, and then you take the test and you go boom, right? That's not what you want to do. What you want to do, you want to take a few days to understand it. Even if you learn it that first day, that night before, well, ideally you want to learn it during classroom, ask questions, understand it, so when you study, it's just like just reviewing. That's the ideal situation. But say if you're cramming the night before, you don't want to stay up too late, because first of all, after you get to that point when you need to go to bed, that's when you should stop studying. And if you go beyond that, you're just, all the information is like right here, superficial. It's not going to come down. You're not going to understand it. So for example, fuck it, I don't got an example. I already told you. You study 3 days before or a few days before, you understand the information, and then it's better. That's the best way to get a good grade on your tests, on your hands-on things, and be able to be a good practitioner. See, these people who get, there's not, like, some people who get 4.0s and stuff like that, they're actually awesome students and awesome practitioners, right? So they're able to actually apply the stuff they learn. They're actually brilliant. Some people who get all A's are just, all the information is right here, boom, and then they forget it. And there's also people who get, like, they don't get all A's, but they get moderate amount of A's, they get a few B's, they might even get a C, but they're good practitioners. See, that thing, the thing is, like, you don't have to get all A's. Getting, like, your GPA does not reflect how good of a practitioner you are. A good friend told me about this because I was stressing. I need to get an A, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, during the summer when I first did my first semester of grad school, like, I had to balance because I wanted to be able to play soccer. So I had to get a certain GPA to play soccer, but I also wanted to get, so I had to get good grades to play soccer. So I was stressing about getting good grades in order to play soccer. And also at that time, I was trying to train for soccer. So it was just like a clusterfuck of stuff going in my head, right? So you have to, so he told me, like, you have to, like, your grades don't reflect how good of a practitioner you are. So I was like, okay. So I put more time in to actually understanding the stuff and learning from small failures to help me be a better practitioner. So your grades don't reflect how good of a practitioner you are in your craft. What actually makes you a good practitioner in your craft is what you do outside of the classroom. So say if you're a business guy and all you know about business is in the classroom, what your teacher told you and what the textbook says. But good business people, they read books on their own, they study from other business people, they practice it, and then they also get good grades in school. That doesn't usually define good business people, but if you care about good schooling, yeah, so you need all those three things, plus you're doing good in school, then you'll be way above everyone else. What makes a good practitioner in, like, athletic training, physical therapy, strength coaches, personal trainers? Okay, you pass the test, so it doesn't mean anything. This is what makes a good practitioner. You pass the test, or even if you don't pass the test, you learn everything you didn't know on the test, You study on your own time. You study other methods that aren't being taught in your classroom. So not mainstream stuff. This separates you from the rest. Everything you're being taught, that's not all the information you need to know. You study other people that aren't in your school, that aren't your teachers, and you practice the stuff. You test, trial on yourself, other people, and that's how you set yourself apart from being a better practitioner. So I'm going on too long right now, but I just want to tell you guys, man, y'all don't have to stress about school. Don't stress too much. Learn from small failures. Study outside of the classroom. Develop your practice. Like, stop stressing about school. Set up your life to be able to not stress about school. So study on your own, master it before the test. That's really cliche, but I kind of do it, kind of don't. I do learn before the test, though. Like, I try to understand it way before the night before. But if you decide to study the night before, stop studying after you're tired and you're stressed out, because you're not going to learn. Peace.